Here's a 3rd down and 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 70.
He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Here's a run. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready now for their 2nd drive. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike, and regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward, and certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole. So the problem is when you spend all week and you spend all season saying, okay, this is week 1, we're going to get off to a great start, and you lay an egg and you're non-competitive, the last thing you want in the NFL, Mike, is for doubt to set in. So we're going to find out pretty quickly here in this one. Was last week just 1 out of 17 and they're going to move on, or is this going to be signs of things to come as the rest of this season unfolds?
And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
From the gun, here's Tua. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
Ready. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going up top. That is caught. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Denver. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run. We've got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The extra point is good. The Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Buccaneers 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. One quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. On to the second. Buccaneers in possession of the football, as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irvin. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal.
To throw is Tua. Now, screen set up for Irvin. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now, some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
Second down.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Now give on the ground, and he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tua. To the goal line and in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The PAT up and good. And the Bucs will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Broncos offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener, and you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Stephanie! Stretch the Eagles! Stretch the Eagles!
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's taken in. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
1st and 10.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll stick with him again. And a much better result here. Give him 7, and it sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready, right?
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come 4th down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Bronco 80, 79 Broncos.
Two minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Here's a design run. They'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Ball is at the 8 for 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in! Touchdown Broncos. Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Broncos have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They're searching here for the tie score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 36-yard line.
To the left side, into the hands of Moore.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Tua now on 3rd down. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready. Cowboy 80. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Let go.
Drive will start on the ground, and he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Head. Liking 18.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. 19, Lion.
They'll look to throw. That one needed to come out quickly. It did not. It is a sack. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Ready.
3rd and long.
Here we go. Strike. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Now the Bucs will take their 1st timeout as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this first half. The Buccaneers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. Room up the sideline at the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 31 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
He's got space inside the 25. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Denver. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Tua. A short one there to Otten. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now it's Tua. Quick throw here is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards the pickup there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Here's 2. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Loss of 6 yards.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
The extra point is good. And the Buccaneers are back to within 7. It's 28-21. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Broncos.
Ready, set. Ready. 60 Bison, 60.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. 79.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Quick throw, taken in. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Broncos.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Denver first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Huck.
This one intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Tua. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Tua. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
Complete to Theo Johnson. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And it's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Viking 18. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. The Buccaneers offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Throwing is Tua. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw.
Remember what this defense told us in our meetings this week, Mike. They don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to just stifle this offense play after play. They might have to give a little bit of bend, but they can't break. That said, that is the defense not breaking. Down there near your own goal line, come away with the big play and see if they can keep points off the board. You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Throwing now on third and long. This one on target for Johnson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
They're right here.
A shotgun snap for Tua. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Here's Tua now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's going to look for the home run ball, and that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on downs.
Go!
On the toss, they'll run. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo.
Lions!
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Ready? Drop ball 80.
They'll stay on the ground. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Come on. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 Tiger, 79 Broncos.
Now this time they'll look to throw. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
Nothing, Cougar 19.
Now they'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. That's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week 1, to continue to add to the lead here in the fourth quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
They'll begin here on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. That's his tight end, Otten. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Off-balance throw, it's complete. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the 50.
Here's Tungo Vailoa. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Again, it's Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision, maintain possession of the ball.
And that is incomplete. And now you hold your breath when you see this. That's Tua, who's in some obvious discomfort. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That's caught, left side, it's complete. They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Buccaneers, first down. First and goal, Tampa Bay.
Back to the air one more time. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. All the way back at the 14 now. Second down and goal. Back to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And that's going to move them closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal. They'll look to throw. That is caught. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. They'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. The extra point is up and through. And the Buccaneers are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's first down, and they'll run. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. 2nd and 11.
19 tight. 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Quick throw taken in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Broncos. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Working across the field. This one's a Higgins. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. No problem there on the extra point. Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. The Bucs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Back to throw is Tua. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. 1st and 10.
That's good for a first down. A gain of 14.
There's the spike, and that stops the clock with 20 seconds to go. To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is not going to get there. Short of the marker. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
No, no. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Tap to 60, tap to 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Steady.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot down the field. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will.